Jurgen Klopp could be handed major Liverpool boost for first time in 6 years. Liverpool will return for pre-season training on July 12 and Jurgen Klopp will hope to have as many players available to work with as possible. Jurgen Klopp's view on pre-season, which no doubt would be echoed by his coaching staff, could not be any clearer. Apart from the games during the season, it's the most important thing, he said in 2017. It has a big influence on the games. You create a base for the whole year. This game is a player's game and the player's game means they need to know what the other guy is thinking. You learn all of this in the preseason. Of course, you learn in the season, you fine-tune, but the better the basis you can create, the better the season will be, 100%. I really love the sessions. There should be a 100% difference between the first day of preseason and the last day. We really want to see big progress. Since then, though, each summer has seen different distractions. In 2018, there was the World Cup, then in 2019 the tour to the US. Which involves plenty of other commitments beyond simply preparing for the season, and in 2020, the COVID pandemic. Even in 2017, they had traveled to Asia, and in 2016, Klopp's first summer in charge, they were in America. Along with the Copa America and European Championships that summer. This summer, though, while there is a European Championships to take place, there are not that many Liverpool players involved, all told. Trent Alexander-Arnold is missing the European Championships with his injury, but the initial timeline placed on his return would see him back, just about, in time for the start of pre-season. Even those players who are going to the Euros are relatively small in their numbers. Xherdan Shaqiri, Harry Wilson, Neco Williams, Jordan Henderson, Andy Robertson. Diogo Jota and Thiago Alcantara are all heading out to the tournament with their nations, but the first three of those names are fringe players and there is a question mark hanging over the number of minutes Henderson will actually play after his recent injury layoff. With Scotland not among the favourites, either, it could be that Robertson is not away deep into the knockout phase. While there could even be shocks for Portugal and Spain, who will have eyes on bringing home the trophy. In the last European Championships in 2016, Liverpool had 12 players away at the tournament, more than any other Premier League team, with 5 representing England. This time, the situation is very different. Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez would be going had it not been for their injuries, as their rehab continues. But both hope to be involved in pre-season, while plenty of other key men were born outside of Europe. There is also uncertainty around whether or not this year's edition of the Copa America will take place, or at least if the new hosts will take part. With fears over it having been moved to Brazil, where the pandemic's impacts are still being severely felt. Players were reported to be unhappy over the decision amid the ongoing health crisis. And Captain Casemiro said they will let their feelings known publicly following the conclusion of their World Cup qualifiers. In the event Brazil withdraw, that would give extra rest for Alisson, Fabinho and Roberto Firmino. The Olympics could yet involve Mohamed Salah and Takumi Minamino, and new signing Ibrahima Konate, possibly, could turn out for France. But the games do not begin until July 23, by which time Liverpool's pre-season will be 11 days in. Again, that is not entirely ideal, but affects a small minority of the squad, and Liverpool's coaching team can plan ahead. I can't remember the last time Liverpool had an uninterrupted pre-season, and this year they are presented with an opportunity, said Joe Rimmer on the Blood Red podcast. I think they are planning on going on a European leg, usually somewhere in the Alps, but they are not going on a money-spinning tour. If things go well, Klopp could get an ideal preparation time in Kirby, then going away to a European camp, playing friendlies without having to go halfway across the world. I don't think Klopp has had that since he has turned up, so that will be really interesting to see whether it means Liverpool hit the ground running at the start of the season. If the Copa America is cancelled and those players are able to have an extended break, that would be a huge benefit for Liverpool. Next summer will change because of the World Cup being moved to the winter, meaning the domestic calendar will be shifted. In fairness, 2023 could be fairly quiet, but then in 2024, by which time Liverpool might have a new manager arriving, the European Championships return again. It will be far from perfect, but should things go Liverpool's way over the course of the next few weeks, Klopp could get as close to his ideal as he ever will.